My name's John Hunter. I run Cuestars and I'm also the creator of the Cuestars Academy. Now the Cuestars Academy is training routines and practice challenges that I put together. They're suitable for all standards. What I'm going to talk through one of the popular routines today. It's called SMELLY Shots 20. It's something I created to help me when I'm playing shots just off the cushion or tight from the cushion, where you've got to pot a red, and if you can pot the red, you're getting rewarded for it. You're getting on a high value colour. So that's the idea of this routine. You'll see that I've lined 10 reds up in line with the pink spot between the centre pocket and the top corner pocket, seeing a straight line, roughly a ball's width apart. You want this bottom red to be able to pot. So what I'm going to do initially with my first 10 shots, I'm going to try and pot these reds with my cue ball positioned within 2 balls width of the cushion, so that I'm playing off the cushion so I can't get my bridge hand on the table. So here goes. Let's see how I do. So this is a nice, I use this routine to start my practice set in the morning. Again, just trying to hit the ball nice, and also what I do is I tend to spin round this rather than just staying on one line of reds. I feel that replicates the way you'd be playing in a game, in a frame with somebody. Okay, and again I'll just walk around now and play the next shot into the corner pocket. Now when you're bridging off the cushion, there's a few basic things you've got to be mindful of. If your bridge hand is closer to the cue ball, then you need to move this backhand forward. You always want the distance between the bridge hand and the backhand the same. You want to keep that distance. And when you're playing off the cushion, of course, that can go wrong if you're not naturally making that adjustment, because then you could be hitting the ball early or later than you would do normally. Now, I have little things that I'm mindful of when I'm doing this routine, just keeping my cue close to my chest. I find if I do that, then it just helps me hit the ball better. It's a cue on 9. Didn't look that good, but had a wiggle. Luckily it went in. And you can see here, I'm always sort of mindful where my white ball, where the cue ball's finishing, because I'm looking to finish on the colour. So that's the sort of strength you want to hit the ball. Again, try and get in a rhythm with it. Don't overthink things. I'm very keen on that. The whole idea of training is to create good habits and instincts for when you're in a match and perhaps you might be under pressure. You want to, if you can, play as much of your snooker. It's almost on autopilot. So you're sort of doing it without thinking. And that frees you up for the more complex stuff, the more difficult stuff, which you do have to give some good thought to. You can see there, just that distance got the better of me, and that's the nice thing about this practice. Obviously each pot gets a little bit harder than the one before, because the distance between the cue ball and the object ball is increasing. Okay, so not too bad. So 9 out of 10. So what I do is line up the reds again, and this time I'd put them on the other diagonal here, and this time I'm going to be playing with the cue ball tight against the cushion. So obviously that's going to make these pots a lot harder. But again, you'd still, I feel, have to take them on in the game because the reward is good. And that's the whole idea of practicing this. If you can improve your technique for playing off the cushion, especially when you're tight under the cushion, then the rewards are there, as you'll see with this next stage of the routine. Right, so now my cue ball is going to be pinned against the cushion every time. Little shout out, like to give it, not just because they do sponsor a tournament, but just because the chalk is brilliant. Initially I wasn't a fan. I tried the early versions of Tome and I kept getting miscues. But when they brought out this V10 version, it was a game changer for me, because I found when I'm playing this routine, I was getting more grit than I could get with the chalk I was using before. Oh, that's not very good. Hit that bad. And as we do know with Tome chalk, it doesn't leave marks on the table, and it doesn't mark up the cushion. So what you get is literally no kicks. It's better. Get no kicks, and you don't get those bounces off the cushion. Because obviously chalk isn't being left everywhere. Plus you don't get your clothing covered in it. Yeah, just mistiming that now. What I did find with these shots from tight into the cushion, over time doing this routine, just for me personally, it might not work for other players, is I just cue a little bit quicker. Just to time it. But that possibly was just personal to me. But what is so good is if you just play it and you make this a regular, a routine that you practice regularly, then you will, I think, just naturally find ways of getting better at it. And that's the beauty of training, I think. You find your own way. So as these scores improve on this routine, it's showing you that technically the method you're using is getting better. Oh no, not that good. And that's quite nice really, because you're sort of taking control of your own game. So I'm hitting the ball okay, but just for whatever reason, I'm just perhaps not lining them up as well as I did when I was playing them just off the cushion. But that is because this is a much harder shot. That's better. And I would point out, although my pockets are quite kind, I am at a disadvantage when I'm doing this routine because the cushions are quite high. So I have to raise the cue a little bit higher than I would do perhaps if I was playing on a star table. So it makes these shots a little bit more difficult. So my average on this one, because I keep a note of my averages on these routines that I practice regularly, and my average on this one is I think it's 14. No, so I got my average. I got 14, so that was good. Why I keep a note of averages is they're facts. So what I mean by that is if my average starts to fall, you know, over a period of time, not, you know, because you're going to have, sometimes you're going to just hit these shots badly and then the next day you might hit them all really good. But if my average is falling quite considerably, then I know it's a technical thing. So then I know I might need to have a look at the technique I'm using. I might need, you know, to get a coach, some advice off a coach. But that's the time I do it. If my scores were standing up well, then just go with it. Just there's nothing wrong, basically. Right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, Cuestars YouTube channel, if you haven't done so already. And Also, if you like the videos, these talk through videos, please give them a like, because from my point of view, that encourages me to do more of them. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Bye.